6.3, dividing polynomials. This time we're using synthetic division. So 1. Write coefficients in standard form. So coefficients are just the numbers, but make sure you keep the signs with them, including any zeros for any missing parts. Then you're going to take the opposite of the second set of parentheses and put it in the box. Okay, so let's set this up before we go any further. So this is in standard form. I'm not missing anything. So I need my 4, my negative 12, and my 9. So I need my 4, my negative 12, and 9. So I'm going to leave a little bit of spaces between them all. I need to write a backwards box right here. So this is number 1, number 2. I'm going to take opposite of this. So opposite of positive 1/2 is negative 1/2. And I need to draw a line right here. So this is how you set it up every single time. So we're going to come down to 3. Bring down the first number. Okay. Our first number is this 4. I'm just going to drop it down right here. Okay. Step 4 says this number that we just found, that 4, times the box. So 4 times negative 1/2 is negative 2. And I'm going to put it right there. So put under the number to the right. So whatever, multiply these two, that number goes right here. So I'm basically going down and then up. And I'm going to add these. That is what step 6 says. And step 7 repeats 4 through 6 until no more numbers. Okay, so I need to add these. What's negative 12 plus negative 2 is negative 14. I now need to take this number times the box again. Negative 14 times negative 1/2 makes positive 7. Okay, I need to once again add 9 plus 7 makes 16. Okay, now we need to write our final answer. This one is always the remainder. So remember, our remainder has to be the fraction. It's a positive, so a plus. It needs to be on the top of this. So this is the remainder. We're going to count up. This has no x, so minus 14. Which if this has no x, this needs to have 1x. So one way to think about it is starting at the back and working up. The other way of thinking about it is I started with the squared, which means this one has to have 1 less. Because we're dividing out an x when we do this. Now, so this right here is our answer. Okay, let's try another one. We've got this in standard form, not missing any pieces. So we're going to write it down. 6, negative 5, negative 6. Our box, opposite of positive 3 is negative 3. And draw our line. That 6 comes straight down. 6 times negative 3 makes negative 18. Remember, we have to add these. Negative 5 plus negative 18 makes negative 23. Remember to multiply this times our box. So negative 23 times negative 3 makes a positive 69, and I put it right here. I add these two. Negative 6 plus 69 makes 63. So we started with the squared, so this has to be just a regular x. 6x minus 23 with no x plus 63 over x plus 3. C. Once again, I need to write down all my coefficients if I've got them all. So I've got a 4, 3, I don't have a 2. So remember there's a plus 0 x squared in here that I don't see. So I need to write down my 1, negative 2, 0, 3, 1. In my box, opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Remember to bring down this 1. 1 times 3 is 3, and it goes in our next available spot. Add negative 2 plus 3 makes 1. 1 times 3 is another 3. Add 0 plus 3 is 3. Multiply 0 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 9 makes 12. Multiply 3 times 12 is 36. And add one more time. 1 plus 36 is 37. Remember that this is the remainder, and this has to be 1 less than this. So if this is x4, this has to be x cubed. 1x cubed plus 1x squared plus 3x plus 12 plus 37 over, and that was x minus 3. Okay, now this way is a lot shorter, and it is a lot faster, less stuff to write, just less stuff in general. However, you can only use this when the second parenthesis has no leading coefficient. What that means is this has to be a 1 right here. If that is not a 1, you have to do long division. Try this one on your own.